good, beer is good, beer is good, it's good.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to episode 13 of The Beer Chasers. So much like episode 12, today's footage is going to reveal some content that we filmed way back when we first started the show and just hadn't had a chance to air yet. We filmed like 5 or 6 beer tastings one after another, and we just never got a chance to air it. We got out, we got invited to some places, we had some events pop up that we had to go film, so we've been sitting on some of this footage for a while, so we're going to go back to the vault, we put it together, we're going to let you check it out. So today is going to be a beer review of a beer called Straffe Hendrik. Let's check it out. Straffe Hendrik is a Belgian quadruple ale from the De Haveman brewery in Bruges, Belgium. It is brewed using a subtle mixture of special malts, which give the beer an extremely dark color and a complex full malt character. It has an ABV of 11%, an IBU of 35, Rate Beer gives it a 98, Beer Advocate rates it at 91. Alright, so up here we got the Straffe Hendrik, a Belgian quadruple. Obviously, we've talked about it a million times, my favorite style of all the beers is the Belgian quad. What exactly is a Belgian quad?
Well, Belgian quad is a very bold flavor inspired by the Trappist monks from Belgium. There's actually 7 Trappist breweries still out there, so if you ever hear that term, that's what it means. And it's more like, you know, it's an official term for what a Belgian monk brewed beer is.
Right, I think the profit can only profit the monastery itself.
Yeah,
and
monastery.
actually make like actual profit. All the profits have to go toward the monastery.
Exactly, yeah. And they make some of the best beers of all I know. Essentially, you know, you might hear of a double style. A quadruple is essentially double the alcohol, double the flavor.
Double.
Yeah, exactly. It's double good, is my opinion. You want to get a taste in it?
Yeah, let's get it.
All right.
So I still got some pretty good head here. Yours is died down in your little tulip glass.
A little tulip glass, yeah.
My goblet, the preferred style of quad, is still going strong.
We go about this back and forth because he's a I guess was it the
We'll call me a purist.
Purist, yeah, because you like the goblets. I like the more tulip style glass.
You can see there the head difference.
Yeah, the head difference.
Still
Maybe he's
retaining.
right. I don't know. I prefer this. It's just like it's easier to drink. That's a pain in my book.
This is a man's glass.
I guess that's it. So let's go with the appearance. I'm gonna say it's a beautiful mahogany, dark, I don't know, reddish black color.
Not quite black, but
I mean,
it's definitely dark.
The SRM was in the upper levels, wasn't
Yeah.
it? Like, yeah, I could definitely see that. The head we poured when we first got it was a good 2 fingers length on it. Nice, like, yours is like a creamy white color, like a
Yeah,
taupe.
good.
I mean, it's beautiful.
I'm getting excited.
Let's give it a smell. Oh,
Definitely
man.
fruits.
Oh, it's a typical quad. It's quad in all of its meaning. I mean, it's beautiful. Initially, I get like I don't know if it's rum raisin.
Yeah, there's something sweet, some sort of sweet fruit.
Definitely sweetness.
Figs or plum or raisin or something, but there's definitely some sweet fruit in there.
No bitterness. I mean, I love that smell. I mean, it's not, you know, it's a nice winter beer almost. And, you know, it's summertime in Florida. We're still drinking it, and I love it all the time of year. But the definition of like a nice winter beer.
Yeah, I have to give a shout out to Dan for recommending this one. My boy Dan, thank you very much.
Nice. All right, let's give it a taste. Cheers. Man,
Good, man.
That is good.
It's good for a quad.
First thing that hits me is a little bitter, actually.
Yeah, it's
slightly
bitter.
but that's not a bad thing necessarily.
The finish though coming through. It's coming through. And it's very sweet.
Definitely those fruit characteristics again are coming through. I taste some raisins, some plums, maybe some currants, which is really close to a raisin, I'd say. It's got a typical quad flavor that I really like.
Yeah.
Never had it before. This is my first time having this beer, so I was really excited for it, and it did not leave any expectations unresolved. I mean, it delivered like it should.
Yeah, there's been a couple quads where you're expecting really big, sweet Belgian flavor, and some don't deliver, but this definitely isn't one of them. Definitely,
Exactly.
I could easily go out and say probably one of the better ones I've had. I'd say in the top 5 for sure. Reasonably priced. I think it was, maybe $4.49 for the bottle. You know, in the quad market, that's not uncommon. You know, $5, $6, $7 bottle of beer. So.
Yeah, exactly. And the end, it's like this lingering bit of bitter at the end, but that's not bad. I mean, I like bitter myself. I'm a hophead at times, but I enjoy stouts and quads. So for me, I think it delivers a nice overall flavor characteristic to it. The mouthfeel, however, I was surprised by.
Yeah.
More carbonated than I expected.
Yeah, it's super carbonated.
It doesn't coat your mouth like a quad normally does.
No, it's kind of there and gone. There is an aftertaste, but it's certainly not from any sort of like a lingering thickness in your mouth like some of the other beers we've had.
Yeah.
Positive Contact being an example. That one just kind of stuck in there, whereas this one's kind of not quite as quick as the Belgian wheat one we had, the Florida Cracker. You know, a little more than that, but less than the.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's definitely, it lingers a little bit, but not as much as I was expecting. Which, you know, that was just surprising. I gotta say.
Yeah, really great lacing. I mean, look at that.
It's beautiful. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe my glass was washed differently, but his is amazing.
Freshly washed, you know. It's good to go, man.
Yeah, that's maybe the goblet is the preferred style, and I'm wrong. I don't know. So, given the rating system, appearance, I can't give it less than a 5. I mean, that's beautiful. Like, that's the problem with quads, though. They all look so beautiful, the big ones.
Yeah. Well, you know, you see some reds, you see some maroons, you see some darks. I think this is like right in there. It's not black. It's not red. You know, it's not super dark. So
yeah, it's where it should be. 5. Smell, let me give it one more smell because it warmed up a little bit maybe in this time. I give it a 4. It's good. I've had other quads that have a better smell, I think. Yeah. There's been times that just, you know, it's boom in my face and it smells so beautiful. This is a little subtle, it's good, but not a 5 out of 5. It's right there though. What do you think? It's about like that?
Yeah, sounds good to me.
Give it a taste one more time. Taste, I'd say a 4 out of 5 again on the taste. The taste is there. It's so close to being what I want it to be. That bitterness is more than I'd expect it to be. Again, comparing the quad styles is what we're comparing here.
Yeah.
And it's just slightly more bitter than I like to be up front. In the end, I love that bittering in the end because, again, I'm a hophead. But for a quad, I think quads should be more like sweet, malty, fruity flavors up front. Then end with the bitterness, maybe, if they're going to do that.
We talked about it. I'm on the same page with that. You know, I want it to be really sweet, really malty, and if there's some hop at the very end, like I'm happy with it. But when it's up front like that, it is a little off-putting.
Yeah, it's almost like bitter, sweet, bitter. So it's like, you know, it's a little cloud in there. Again, a 4 out of 5 is not bad at all. Let's see.
Overall, what do you got?
We got mouthfeel. Mouthfeel. I'm gonna give it. I hate to do this, but let me give it one more taste.
Oh, I gotta taste it again.
Gotta always taste it to make sure. I'm gonna give it a 3 out of 5 for mouthfeel.
Yeah.
That was the most lacking feature of this beer, I'd say, just because it didn't coat the mouth as much as I expected it to, and it just kind of dissipated. It was there and gone, like you said. Yep. But the carbonation is nice, but it just doesn't stick. So 3 out of 5 for that one. So overall, I'm gonna give this, I guess. Most of it was a 4 or 5, so I'm going to go 4 out of 5.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, the mouthfeel, a little short, but that doesn't affect the fact that it was a 5, 4, 4, 4. You know, those keep it up there. So average it up to be a 4 out of 5. What do you think?
So this is the style I've been very intimate with. We talk about it at work all the time. I've been on the quest for the best quad. You know, any quad I can find that I've never had, I'm going to drink it. Again, my buddy Dan from Denmark actually recommended this beer. Nice. Yeah, he goes to the Belgian stores over there all the time, and I put a call out there asking, you know, hey dude, what is the best quad that you found out there besides St. Bernardus? Because pretty much everybody says St. Bernardus is pretty much up there.
That's a standard for quads, I'd say.
This was his number 2. He said, if you're not going to go with that one, you go with this one. So, you know, I'm struggling. I want to give it a high rating. But at the end of the day, I know I need to save some of those 10s and 9s for some beers in the future. So I'm going to go with an 8.5 for now. Yeah, maybe we come back to this one after I've had a couple more and I'll rate it a little higher. But I think 8.5. It's really solid. If you like Belgian quads, you're going to like this beer. I think this is better than a lot of the stuff that Chimay puts out. For sure.
Well, in my opinion, Chimay is an overrated brand. Great brand for like introducing people to Belgians, but like comparing to like solid Belgian breweries, I think Chimay is just one of those. You know, that's
I put it over Westmalle. I put it over the Rochefort, I think. But definitely underneath the St. Bernardus 12, so I say a solid 8.5.
Makes sense. You know, if it go on a scale of 5 like my scale, you know, that's about a 4 or 5. So it's a solid beer.
Agrees there.
One thing I got to note is I didn't even think about it. This is 11% beer.
True.
I mean, that you don't taste.
No, you're right. There's no booziness to it. I mean, you feel a little bit of warmth, but it's not like
there's warming.
Like that positive contact hits you over the face with it. Whereas this one here, like it's kind of hidden in the malt, so. Maybe that's a good thing. You know, I guess depending on your style, maybe you want to feel the booze up front, but you can easily get yourself into trouble with some of these. That's
a subtle beer for sure. So I love that fact of it.
Awesome. Well, cheers, my friend. Finish these up.
And let's go drink some beer.
Drink some beer. Alright, so that's going to wrap up episode 13 of the Beer Chasers. Definitely appreciate you guys stopping in and checking it out. If you can, please comment, like, subscribe, share, retweet, all that fun stuff to help us get the word out there. We really appreciate it. So just want to throw it out there again. The Beer Chasers are going to be at the DeLand Craft Beer Festival. It's February 8th. Tickets are $35, and you can get them from DeLandCraftBeerFestival.com. It's supposed to be the craft beer festival to go to, from what I hear. There's going to be 70 or 80 different vendors. You're going to get your 2-ounce glass that you can get all the free beer from all the vendors. We're going to have a booth set up so you can come check out some of our beers. I'm going to be giving away a Mr. Beer kit. You're going to get all the upgrades I purchased for it. You know, I've moved on to all grain brewing now, so I don't need any more. Figured, what the hell, we'll give it away. So hope to see you guys out there. Come by, say hello. But again, that's going to wrap it up for episode 13. Until next time, we'll see you later.
Beer is good, beer is good, beer is good. And stop, beer is good, beer is good, beer is good. Let's go drink some beer.